Atlantis and those hidden red crystals. Now, what is it about these red crystals that essentially helped eliminate Atlantis? So I am allowed to talk a little bit about this, but obviously the locations of these crystals is not going to be disclosed. So I'm going to start with a viewing that I had of a past life or an existing life at this time. And what happened was I was stood on a cliff, and into the distance I could feel a pull. So I followed the pull and it launched me into the underwater world of mermaids. And as I was swimming, I noticed I had an orange tail. And I thought, you think, oh wow, this is weird, because you're obviously not used to that. And as I was diving down, there was so much anxiousness arriving in my body. I couldn't understand what was going on, but there was so much urgency to this mission that I was on. And it turns out that I was part of a team that helped hide the so-called red crystal. Now, going back a little bit further than this into what actually the red crystal was and what it could do. So the red crystals that were available in Atlantis and Lemurian times were crystals that held the strongest energy, the strongest potential energy, which could be resourced into unimaginable power. Now, in the right hands, this power can be utilised for the good, but in the wrong hands, it could cause catastrophe. In the Red Codes of Atlantis, it does dive into a little bit about how these red crystals came to be and how they were used in Atlantis times. But for now, let's just carry on with my past life or viewing of this mission. So there was a team of us that set out in a mission-based capacity to find or hide these crystals and put them into safekeeping. Whether I was just viewing the knowledge bank or whether I was incarnated is I'm not too sure, but I was essentially being shown this information as embodiment or as a projection of my own embodiment into the details. So I was swimming down with this little packet containing this red crystal, or a shard of this red crystal. It had been split up because there had been many attempts at being taking this crystal. So the little pieces, the easier it was to spread out and hide. There was, of course, consequences to these actions, which the Red Codes of Atlantis does tell you about. But yeah, so I was projected into this mermaid's body, swimming down into this cavern, underwater cavern, where in a crack of a wall there was a little hidey place, which was very, very secretive. It was very covered up and you wouldn't know it was there unless you knew it was there. And this is where there was a red crystal placed. And after the placement and after this was hidden, the relief that my body felt was like such a weight lifted. It was like, phew, I don't have to worry now. Now, if you are feeling anxious from this message, something is stirring inside of you, just know that it's meant to be rising up for a reason, and that reason probably is because you are meant to go to the Red Codes of Atlantis and dive into that information to help release codes and the energetics, release the energetics through your systems. So yeah, the game of hide and seek was literally created here. And it's one which caused a lot of trouble. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.